recap on the last game, what their game sense was, where their head was at. Maybe we'll see a little bit of meta going on in this game.
Yeah, we're gonna meta game each other. Alright, so here we are. We are at Shattered Temple. Day 4 of our tournament coverage. This is our open pool play. This is our Group C players, which is bronze and silver. Over here on the right side, we have our gold Terran, Anammox. In his second attempt to take down our purple Terran, Killgreedy, who has taken who scored himself a point by taking out Anammox with a massive Bioforce in Game 1, using excellent drop play and some significant Banshee harass to just keep Anammox off balance. I mean, we saw him in his match versus Dragon Master. Just the two of them were just really on point with their macro, especially for somebody who's playing in the in Group C. Just really good macro play, and Killgreedy was able to keep him from getting to that point for the whole game. And we saw how many command centers got canceled. 4. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was 4 or 5, and then he even took out one of the expansions too. So that was pretty convincing, pretty solid play from Killgreedy, I gotta say. And Anammox responded to it well, but he just didn't seem to manage to keep up with Killgreedy. So yeah. Here we go again.
And I am Kenobi. With me tonight is T6SROF.
Hey guys.
And this isn't the one you know, just in case you're wondering.
No, it's not the one you know, but it's the one you should know.
But thanks for searching for T6SROF on YouTube and finding this, because I'm enjoying the delicious views.
I'm sure Kenobi appreciates the views, guys, so keep them coming.
I think Killgreedy was trying to sandbag us, because he was talking about how, oh, I haven't played in so long, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he comes in and he's like, yeah, well, here's my max army.
Yeah, fuck you, take this.
Yeah. Hey, I heard you like bases.
Even with the Banner Mule, I found that pretty amusing that he managed to drop the Banner Mules in the middle of the final battle there. Now, one thing I want to point out to all our viewers actually is that Killgreedy chose to go for the early scout, and he went to cross position first, and then he went close by ground to his main. And close by ground on a Shattered Temple like this, you actually can't spawn there because it's too short of a rush distance, and I guess Blizzard doesn't want to see that happen. So in Shattered Temple, all you're going to spawn at is cross position and close by air to your opponent. So that's one thing to keep in mind whenever you're doing scouting in ladder matches or custom games, however you're doing it. Just always keep in mind the places that your opponent can spawn, and save yourself the efficiency on scouting time, and don't scout the places where you don't really need to.
Oh, absolutely. That's something that no matter how many times I play, I still lean on the chat. I'm like, guys, can I spawn close air here?
Yeah, it's definitely hard to know. I don't even know yet.
Where does this one go? And it looks like Anammox is going to move out with his first 2 Marines. And he has rallied. Probably yes, he's going directly to the Xel'Naga. He is hell-bent on map control.
He doesn't want to give Killgreedy the same advantage he had last game for sure.
Oh, in chat, this is actually Jay. This is Jay from the Twitch TV chat. So yes, you are correct.
Oh, come on, Dragon Master. You fell in love with my voice last night. You telling me you don't remember it already? Oh, that easy to forget?
He's like, wow, you did a great job. Who is this guy? I don't like him. Really. Sounds like a jerk.
Oh, that's because I am a jerk. But
what have you done for me lately, T6SROF/Jay?
That's a good question. Now, one thing I want to point out is Killgreedy started in the top position at 12 o'clock, so that meant that his barracks that went down with the wall off, he managed to get a reactor on there with no trouble at all, whereas Anammox's positioning for his barracks, the first barracks that came out, he wouldn't be able to get any kind of tech lab or reactor on that barracks without lifting it and then dropping it again. So I think Killgreedy came out a little bit ahead with that early reactor, and now he's got 2 Hellions coming out again, the same as last time, to sort of put some pressure on Anammox. And it's pretty advantageous that he ended up in that spot because he managed to get that reactor on it pretty quick.
This is looking like a repeat of last round with Killgreedy taking a shot at the Xel'Naga with Hellions. I wouldn't be surprised if he sent him there hoping to get map control and didn't expect Anammox to have troops waiting. And it looks like Anammox sensing he spun a little blood in the water. He's like, hey, I just took out 2 of his Hellions.
Yep.
But this is, I think this is one of the times that he's going to show his inexperience. Where he has his, oh, he's in a perfect line right there. But where he sat his Marines, right under the high ground here, he could have had them all picked off from range without any chance of even firing back. So it was a good choice for him to back off.
Yeah, that could have been a lot of damage for him. And we see the Tech Lab starport coming out again for Killgreedy. So he's getting the cloak pretty early, and the Banshee's almost about half done by now.
Yeah, I'm actually. This isn't an opening I'm used to seeing with the reactored Hellions plus cloak Banshee. I mean, I typically find that I don't have enough minerals to do either one of those things. Yeah, it's pretty much one or the other.
Yeah, it's definitely. I don't think it's very standard play for TVT, but it seems to be working for Killgreedy. So what can I say about it? I don't know anything about it. I should just shut up and let these guys play.
Well, I mean, this natural is wide open. I mean, if he comes running in with these Hellions, that may be enough. But typically when you see early Hellions in a TVT, they're either going to be dropped or laddered in with, or elevated in with a Marine drop, or they're going to be, you know, doing a little harass, little scouting in very small numbers. But I kind of like the way that Killgreedy's doing this, because there's no way that you could know exactly what's in his head. Like, what is he exactly going to do? I
just want to point out that Killgreedy managed to get that Banshee right past the towers just as it was finishing the missile turret, and he's got it up on the high ground now, where Anammox doesn't really have much vision of it unless he places a scan down there, and any SCV that tries to build a missile turret like we're seeing is just going to get picked off before it even gets to there. So again, more good harass from Dr. Killgreedy with the cloak Banshees.
Yeah, this is one of those scenarios where you have to know the timings. You can't be unprepared when it's time for the Banshee to show up. But he did have medevac, so he was able to pick that Banshee off. Unfortunately,
Anammox just missed it with the missile turret, but he picked it off anyway. And now the medevac's picked up, and it's getting ready to aiming down the sights of Killgreedy's base. And I don't think he's got too much to deal with this actually just yet.
I think you're right in that regard. There is nothing here at home.
Ooh.
There's a handful of Marines and Marauders, but where are they? Oh, he's trying to bring his Banshee in.
These SCVs are just screaming for mercy here.
Now, I like that he's using his SCVs to get involved, but he should be using them to repair the Banshee while he's fighting.
Yeah, it seems that it ended up being a bit of a moot point, but now I think he's going to lift up, do a little elevator with all these Marines down here in the siege tank just below Killgreedy's main. And I think Killgreedy needs to get a second natural expansion established, because he's got it made up, he's got the orbital sitting there, but he hasn't really moved out with it yet.
Now, do either of these players have siege mode? No.
No, doesn't look like it. Anammox just started researching, but it's going to be a while for that to finish.
I think that's when he realized it was time to start researching, when he tried to get the siege mode. And that's pretty common, though. I mean, that's one of those mistakes that's pretty easy to make if you're not, if you're in a high pressure situation, or you're like, you know. That one SCV is trying real hard to kill these guys, but so they're just going to leave on their own.
Oh, that's too bad. Those Marines, they were true warriors. Gave it their all effort.
Oh yeah. And Killgreedy's not giving up on these Banshees. He's just going to keep them coming, even knowing that he has these turrets set up in the to try to stop that close air harass.
And now a Viking too on patrol between the two bases. So, whew, it's going to be rough for Killgreedy to sneak something past there, but we'll see how it plays out.
And it looks like Anammox again is taking a pretty significant SCV lead. He's got 50% more SCVs right now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing I liked from him last game too, was that even though he was behind on bases, he was still up on SCVs almost the whole game. I mean, it was a commanding lead from the start, and then even as Killgreedy started harassing him a lot, he still managed to keep producing those SCVs and getting them out there, so he wasn't falling too far behind.
The only problem for Anammox right now is that he is supply blocked. We don't have any supply depots on the way yet. Now he's building 3. That's something that we're going to see from time to time. It looks like if Killgreedy gets in here, he could stop this supply depot from going up. And let's see.
It looks like he's about to. Oh, he's going to run right into those turrets too.
Somehow he finds a way to stay safe. I like his control of the Banshee, but now he is out of energy. So what's the plan here, Killgreedy?
Maybe he can pick up a few of these SCVs.
And
he
there's
gets one. And it's done.
So how are we looking on the workers kill tab? 10 for each player.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty close.
That's about as even as it gets. Exactly the same.
I would say so. Thanks for calling me out for that, by the way.
I didn't really mean to. I was actually winding up to say that when you snuck in there with the dumb shit comment that everyone's gonna think you're stupid for saying, idiot.
So, getting back to the game here, Anammox is getting these rocks down by his third, and he's got the command center already floating over, so he's going to take another lead there. And with his already commanding SCV lead, I think that Anammox is looking pretty solid here. I mean, we've seen Killgreedy not really tech up too much. He's still going for the same siege tank, and now getting siege tech actually, and Marine Marauder. He was going for all game so far, so.
Looks like he's also concerned about any kind of drop play coming from the top corner.
This is true. Except that he seems to have a bunch of Marauders up there, and I'm not sure what they're gonna do against the medevac that comes in, but...
Well, if he drops the siege tank, you gotta have something to take it out, you know? I mean, there's definitely an advantage to having them around, even if they can't shoot up. You gotta have something there that can take a punch if he's gonna drop something that hits hard, you know? Sometimes they make the difference, especially in TBT. The presence of Marauders is sometimes the difference. But we do see Anammox moving out with a really nicely composed army right here.
Yeah.
Stim one Marine, get some vision. Sees one non-siege tank, which just now got siege mode. So that might change the balance of this fight right here.
It may turn the tide as Anammox tries to move up into Killgreedy's natural.
And Killgreedy's got concussive shells too, so it doesn't look like anybody who gets in range is getting away. Which I think is kind of an odd choice for the TBT matchup, but when people use it and it works, you don't hear anyone complaining.
No, that's true.
It looks like both players are getting real close to getting supply blocked again. Anammox hitting that 113 of 113. And that may make the difference. I mean, that's one of the harder parts of Terran macros. As you increase your production, it's tough to keep up with. Like you're building one at a time, you're building two at a time. Now you're building three at a time. You're like, wait, I'm still getting supply blocked. What's going on here? It's one of those things that everyone, that's one of the key factors you need to practice to improve.
Yep.
But right now I'm looking at the chat and we're full of trolls. Trolls trolling trolls in the six-sided Ring of Fire.
Sounds like good times.
Oh yeah.
Wait, who's Anus?
Your, I guess.
Oh. Leave my Anus out of that.
And here we have a drop coming in. He's
Yeah.
gonna drop him directly on top of the siege tank, trying to get vision and take out that tank with minimal damage.
Yeah,
Anammox's tanks are just now sieging up. If he can get on those tanks, but it looks like it may be a little too late. He stims to flee, and there are no medevacs to heal that damage.
No, I really like the way that Anammox did that, was that he took the medevac up there first to get vision of that, and then he moved his Marines in so they didn't all get slaughtered immediately by that siege tank that was there. And he had a chance to get a little bit of army dropped right on top of the siege tank too, to put some pressure on his Killgreedy's forces right there at the ramp of his main.
It looks like if Killgreedy can catch up here, he's going to clean up all of these tanks.
Ooh, that's true. I think he will actually.
Yeah, 3 Marines versus a Cloak Banshee do not win.
And there's actually no turret at his front line just yet, so he's kind of free to roam until Anammox decides to drop a scan.
It looks like he's just going to come in and start taking out. And one thing to keep in mind as when you're playing versus Terrans, those turrets can see further than they can shoot. So when he was floating around by the side of the base, he was probably in detection range. But that also, I mean, yeah, he didn't do all that much damage. Took out a couple tanks on his way, but once he got there, the main thing he got was information. Like, he knows what's coming. He has an idea what he should be ready for. Does he have what it takes to break this line? I mean, I think that's yet to be seen. But it looks like he may have a window where this will be an even fight before things get a little weird here, especially because a lot of this supply, I believe, is in SCVs.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm incorrect. He has a pretty significant army lead as well. This is going to come down. If he's going to, if Killgreedy's going to win this, it's going to be based on positioning and awareness.
No, I think this could be kind of difficult for him because he has actually no medevacs whatsoever. So it's going to be really difficult for him to get these forces moving around and not have them just be picked off anytime they try to change positions mid-battle or anything like that. And even stimming is going to make them vulnerable to just one tank shot each. So it's going to be really tough for Killgreedy to make his army effective against this hugely bio siege tank army for Anammox. And it looks like Anammox is moving out here, so let's see how it plays out.
Now, if he catches him on a move command, that may make things a little bit different than we originally anticipated. And there go the Marauders just chewing through these tanks. I mean, yeah, this is a pretty even-ish trade.
Yeah, it looked actually kind of even. I didn't expect that at all.
I mean, that's what happened. I mean, that's one of those things, man. He moved out on a move command, just like these Banshees.
Ouch.
Oof. That might have been the difference right there. Those two Banshees live. This army gets cleaned up, no problem.
Yeah, I think this might hurt Killgreedy a little more than he expects. And now that Anammox is actually effectively what 5.
And there's the GG.
And yeah, we see GG, and that was great.